Go to, uh, scroll all the way up. Go to data and analysis again. Same thing, export, import.
Okay.
Go to. Shit, I can barely see that. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah.
Let me just zoom in.
No, I'm going to pull my
There.
screen.
Is that better?
Wait, come here, you. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, thank you. Export data. Now, this time, click the SPSS button. And there you go. Download. And then open it up when you can.
Oh gosh, really? Choose up. Duh.
Do you do have SPSS on your computer? Yes.
I think I did.
When's the last time you used it?
Stats class last year.
All right. What happened was January 1st, your license expired.
Oh no.
So what you got to do is you got to contact the IT department and ask them to. There's a form you have to fill out. Send it to them. They send you a new link for the new license.
Got it. Okay.
Well, but now I could show it to you.
Sure.
Oh,
you want me to stop sharing my screen?
Go ahead and send me the file.
Okay. Well, I can just respond to you.
And I'm going to pause the video. We don't need to.
Attention.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're back at the recording. So here we go.
Okay.
So this is your data. Now you'll notice most of the first variables we don't need. Right? They're just crap. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to save this and put this in a folder. I don't know if I got one for you or not, but I'll make one for you right now. No Annie, but I'll make an Annie. Annie. And it's spring. That's right. Okay, here we go. And okay, this is an old one. I don't care about this one. So, and again, this is because the data's not all finished here. So, save as. I always save it as a backup.
Okay.
I learned that lesson the hard way. So, right, in case I screw up, we can always go back to the original. Okay.
Got it.
So we don't need any of these things. We're gonna get rid of them. So which one do you want to practice on?
You can do the acculturation one. I think.
Is that a single question, or do we need to add up like 5 questions or something? Or
it was coded as. I mean, it was technically one question. It's question number 3.1. We could look at that one.
Oh, that's the weird one.
Then we can do 5.1. That's the one that's not weird.
No, here, watch how fast I can fix these. So it looks like all the 3.1s are messed up. Right?
Yeah.
So what is it? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 1, 2, 3. So there's 6 of them, right?
Right. Where did you go to get to that screen?
This was, you just click on that little guy.
Oh, okay.
Under the values column, that's for categorical variables, right? So if you got a categorical variable, right, 1 means white, 2 means black, 3 means green, 4 means red, where it's
yeah.
a number represents 1, 2. So here, watch this, learn Grasshopper. We go to transform, recode into the same variable. We're going to stick all the 3.1s. And boom, good. And we're going to recode. So a 7 in the old one becomes a 1 in the new one. 8 becomes a 2. 9 becomes a 3. 10 becomes a 4. 11 becomes a 5. And 12 becomes a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 through 7, we're good to go. Click OK, click OK, click OK, boom. Now through the magic of SPSS, that crappy variable is now a good variable. Let's just double check, right? Right, good, they're all fixed. So now we got to go back here and change these numbers. So that's going to be a 1, change, 2, change, 3, change, 4, change, 5, change, change, and then 6 change, right? See, that didn't take too long. I had one poor young lady, all of her variables were screwed up every since. She had like 40 of them. Oh my God. Took forever. Okay, so hey. So watch this. We do the first one and we copy and paste them all the way down. Problem fixed.
Ah, that's so cool.
Isn't that nice? Now these should probably be marked as ordinal variables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a Likert scale.
Yeah.
So that makes them ordinal. It really doesn't make a difference as far as the computer's concerned, but you know, Dr. Diamond, he knows the difference. If he looks at your data, he might say something. And Dr. Cotomy, if she sees the data, she might yell at you for not marking them as is. But again, the computer knows what you're talking about anyway. So
okay. I think you're going too far.
But now, okay, so even if these are...
Oh, okay.
Now, these are backwards.
No, they're in the right order.
So 1 means always... Okay, so what are you measuring on these bad boys?
Level of acculturation. So it's questions like, to be Armenian, you need to speak Armenian type of questions.
So the higher the number, what does that mean?
The higher the number, the more acculturated they are.
Right, so the less Armenian they are.
Correct.
Oh my God, that's actually very clever of you. Right, so the higher the number, the less Armenian, the more acculturated to the new...
To American culture.
To American culture, okay. Wow. So, okay, so they all do that?
For the most part, yeah.
So what about this one? What's this last one here?
The brief sex attitude scale.
No. Question 5-1-30.
Let me see. Let me open it up. 5.130. It says, I like to identify myself as American, is the question.
Now, see that one, the higher the number, the more American they are. Oh, they all, okay, then you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So a low number measuring their Armenianism is the same as a high number measuring their Americanism.
Right.
Shit, girl, you got it going on. Okay, never mind. So let's check these guys out. So same thing here. Usually the strongly agrees are the 5s. So what are you measuring with the question 6s?
Is that... So with question 6, it's one questionnaire, but it has 4 subscales that it's measuring. So it's looking... Let me open up that Excel sheet of mine again. One sec. So questions 1 through 10 are scoring permissiveness. Questions 11, 12, 13 is scoring birth control. 14 through 18 communion, and 19 through 23 instrumentality. So it's one questionnaire, but it's looking at 4 different things.
All right, so these first 10 are, what were they? Persecutive.
Permissiveness.
So a higher number means what?
I think for this one, a higher number means they're more they're more permissive.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I gotta double check, but like I'm 95% sure.
Okay, so normally on the survey, whoever wrote the survey, they have a scoring key on there.
Yeah.
Make damn sure that none of these have to be reverse coded, which is very
Some of them
common.
do.
Very common.
Actually, I wrote down the question number that needs to be reverse scored. That was going to be actually a question I was supposed to ask, but forgot to. So if it is a reverse score question, how do I reverse it? Do I enter it reversed or?
No. That's another function up here. It's the same thing. I mean, we recode into into the same variable. 5s become 1s, 4 becomes 2s.
Right.
It's real easy to do.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
be very, very careful. I'm going to tell you this story real quickly. Had a student work with her for about 6 months, and she finally finished and wrote everything up. And then, like 2 days before her dissertation defense, she realized that she did not reverse code most of her questions.
Oh no.
So we had to go through and redo everything.
Oh no.
I wasn't happy, and she wasn't happy, and so
I wrote a key, so I have it in that same Excel sheet that I showed you. So.
But now, okay.
I have the numbers written down that need to be reversed.
I can tell you're smart. So when you're reading the questions, you should just get a feeling for, what does a high number mean? What does a low number mean? So
Right.
like if they're very permissive, that should be reflected with a high number, right?
Yeah.
So if they're on a 7 to 10 scale, it means they're kind of higher than average permissive. And the same thing, right? If they're a 2, that means they're not permissive at all. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at this stuff, and you're not sure if you're going to reverse code something or not, or just make sure that the stuff makes sense on a measuring scale. Okay.
Okay. For sure.
But I think you got it because you're smart. All right. So what do you want to do? We want to make a new variable.
Sure.
Oh no. Okay. So one variable. You said you had one variable that measures their acculturation.
Right.
Now I can add these up and make a new variable that's the sum of these or the mean of these, whichever way you want to apply there.
Okay.
So it's these guys. Now again, the higher the number, the more Americanized they are, it sounds like to me.
Correct.
All right, now we're going to cheat a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
Because if I did this in Excel or in SPSS, it would take me forever. Not really, but Excel. We're just gonna come up with a new variable that's the sum of these. Okay. And we're gonna use Excel, but that's not you. Okay, give me a new one here. No. Okay. So, paste. All right, so these are the 16 questions. So 16 questions. So we're going to be going this way. And we're just going to sum them up, right? Sum them up. Oops. Error. All right, let me double check. Is that 87? Yeah, that is 87. Okay, so then we're going to go down this way. You got some missing data in there. But again, this is just a practice run.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This doesn't count.
Yeah, I think that's the person who said they don't consent, so Qualtrics just ended the survey. I had put in a thing for them to end the survey if they don't consent.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right.
I have to go through Qualtrics and clean up and remove those who don't qualify, but...
Yeah, you just kick them out. You're out. Okay, so I'm going to put it here, paste, and then we're going to call this, I'm just going to call it acculturation total. Acculturation total. Okay, and hey, a bastard, I had space in there. Okay, good. And that is a scale variable. Okay. So these were which questions were these? These were all the threes, no, the fives?
I think the acculturation was the
threes,
five.
right? This was the sum of all the three questions. And then I just like to put
Right.
it at what it is in there. Sum of all.
Acculturation was 5.1.
Wait. Let me close out some of this stuff. This ain't you. Boo, 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 boo. And it wasn't the 3.1? 3.1? Oh, they were the fives, right?
The fives, yeah.
Oh, good. I was just testing you again. You won. Some of all the God dang it. The 5 I just put 5.1 questions. So that tells me if I look at it 2 months from now, I realize how I came up with this. Now you can either use the sum of the questions or the average of the questions. Really does not make a difference. But I personally I like the sum because the spread of the data is much more easy to see. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So there it is right there.
Perfect.
So you want to split it into below, medium, and high?
I don't know what the cutoffs are, but we can go based off of like intuitive, like 1 through 3.
Yeah, here, watch. We'll just fake it. Your highest number is 98. Your lowest number is 47. So 98 minus 47 is 42.
Mm-hmm.
So if we divide that by 3, we get 14. So we could put from 47 to 60. Well, actually, we want to split them into thirds.
Right.
So if we got roughly 60, we would go down to 20. So from God dang it, hold on a second. So from 98 down to 85, that would be roughly 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So we would make them group 3. They'd be the high group. And then working from the bottom, we would start from 59 and we would go down to 39. So from 0 to 72 would be the first group.
Okay.
And let's
How
do that.
did you determine it like not necessarily by their score?
I'm just going by. I'm trying to get roughly the same amount of people in each group. Right now, for you should probably find a score somewhere. Hopefully, in one of the literatures that you read, it'll say something. Anybody that's got a 55 or less are considered low. Anybody with a 75 or less or higher is high, something like that.
Got it.
But I just did it by the numbers, right? So I'm trying to get 20 in each group. So I would do this. I would do transform, recode into a different variable. And we're going to take our new variable, sum of all 5, and we're going to call it acculturation, and then high, medium, low. Right? A, C, D, D. And then we would change that, and then we do this. So what did I say? 98
to 60
to 85. Wait, okay, so the lowest through 72, we're what? That's going to be our low group. And then the highest down to 85 was our number 3 group. Those are the high guys. And everybody else is in the middle. Those are our medium guys. Sorry, the trash truck's going by. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a count real quick. Find out how many enter each group. And we might as well do a bar chart. I like the bar charts. Okay. So they're roughly the groups are roughly the same size.
Okay.
That's the reason
That's
I
so
used the
cool.
cutoffs that I used.
That's awesome. Perfect. That's
Yeah.
really exciting. So now I just gotta sit and wait.
Now you gotta sit and wait.
Okay.
Waiting is the hardest part. Now, when you get your data, go ahead and contact me, set up a meeting, and we'll get it all cleaned up, and I'll help you run the tests, etc., etc.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to show it preliminarily.
You are quite welcome. That is more than good. Okay, I'm going to shut off this thing.